My phone on mute. Okay, it started now. Recording has started. Um, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Reflections with Darshna. And today we have a wonderful, wonderful guest. I hope you all are looking forward to it as much as I am. We have Dr. Sneha with us, who is a naturopath physician, MD acupuncture, clinical hypnotherapist, and she's working at Sri Sri Naturopath Center in Bangalore. And welcome, Sneha, to my show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Darshna. How are you?
I'm doing good too. So the first question I want to ask you is, you know, I know about gut gut feeling, but I don't know about what is gut health. And can you explain what is gut health?
Okay. Uh, so let's go with this. So gut health is being a lot of huge topic these days, and frankly, like nobody were aware about gut health, especially in the Western world. Like gut health was given the least importance. Okay, and but from past 10 decades, a lot of research being going on gut health to know and to understand how does gut gonna help for everything. So it's not just about the gut, it's not just about your intestines, it's about to maintain your overall health. It has effect on everything, like from your skin, from your anxiety, your memory, and your immunity, your hormones. Everything has a huge link with your gut. So when I say it's not just gut, it's about the other communities that live in your gut. So the community is your gut microbiome. So this gut microbiome is responsible for all of this. So you might be having some kind of arthritis or maybe autoimmune condition that could be just because having a bad gut microbiome, or by having a wrong combination or the bad gut microbiome. So, gut health is nothing but keeping your gut clean and supporting your gut microbiota a great support by keeping giving it whatever is required to be healthy and good.
So, what is this process? Is it like a process that you do in gut health cleaning? How many hours or how many days does it take?
Okay. So if you just ask me like how can you keep your gut healthy, there first thing that you should understand is what is making it unhealthy. You know, why is that you need to work on making it healthy? If you are thinking of making it healthy or working on it, that clearly says it's not healthy. That also says that there must be some reason for your gut not to be in a shape and in a happy state. So this is really important to understand that are all kind of medications, drugs that you use, especially the antibiotics that you use. The antibiotics has no idea to recognize what are the bad bacteria, what is the good bacteria. They only know to kill everything. So over usage of antibiotics or any kind of high dosage of drugs would completely destroy your healthy microbiota in your gut, and also not exposing to any kind of bacteria in your life. You know, sometimes you go with over hygiene things, everything is hygiene, that is okay, but if you're not exposing to any kind of bacteria, even that would be a condition that your health would go low. I'll explain more about it, how does it impacts, and also the places that you've been to, and the food that you eat, the water you drink, and even your thoughts. So you may think all your thoughts going to affect only you, but it's not only you. You have a huge community. Maybe you're the host, but host for all that microbiota, but actually they are helping you more than that. They are helping you to stay happy and healthy. Okay, but whenever you go a little low, whenever you feel depressed, it's not only you are feeling depressed, even you're making your gut microbiota or all the viruses or bacteria, everything go low. So even your emotions could destroy a healthy environment in your gut.
Right.
And
So
not
how
only
many
this,
you do gut? So if people want to do gut cleansing, then how
yes.
many days does it take, or is it a few, just a few hours?
Okay. So if anybody want to go for a gut cleanse, it would take, it could take even 2 days or a month. It differs on how much have your gut has affected with multiple causes. Okay, if it is just because of wrong food habits, yes, you can just reverse it in a week or something, maybe in 3 days, or maybe just 3 days of gut or detox programs. Or if you were under a lot of toxicity, drug, alcohol, or other kind of toxic medications, then definitely it works even with 1 2 days of gut cleansings or liver cleansings. But it would take for the complete cleanse to happen, it could take even a month or 2 months. But it works. It all depends on how much time did you take to spoil it. It also takes equal time to remake it or rejuvenate it.
Right. So is detox, we have heard this word detox so many times. And
Yes,
like you
yes.
said, gut health, it's a very latest thing that's come up. So what is the difference between detox and gut health? Is it similar, or what is the difference?
Okay, so whenever you're doing a healthy detox, in default you're also helping your gut. Okay, if you help your gut, in default that keeps your blood clean and healthy. For example, if you keep your gut clean, then there are less toxins that are absorbing into your blood. Am I right? If you're not keeping your gut healthy, there are a lot of toxic material from your gut is able to get into your blood, and that leads to a lot of complicated conditions. Okay, so these both go closer together. You do any detox, it's nothing but you're also in default cleansing your gut. You cleanse your gut, you're just doing a program of cleansing gut. In default, that's helping you as a detox. So it's almost same.
It's
Maybe the
almost same.
procedures little, yeah, procedures may be little different. And actually there are so many procedures for your liver health and the gut health. It varies even from person to person. Like for suppose, if any person is coming to me just with the general health, general detox, the procedure going to be different. The same thing, a person is coming to me with a lot of toxicity or some kind of liver conditions like fatty livers or cirrhosis of liver, or any other kind of liver diseases, then definitely it takes more time for it to get completely get cleansed. Make sense?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course, I understand. So, what is this process like? Like, of course, we cannot go into the whole detail, but
Yes, yes,
is that
yes.
process easy to do? And how often can the people do this gut cleansing process?
Okay, so the gut cleansing process, as I said just before, it varies from person to person, but I'll keep it in general. Okay, just for the general purpose, I'll make it a simple way, but that changes, and the duration and the procedure changes from person to person. So, the first thing that we do for a gut cleanse is keep that person on a fast. So they're not eating any food for a while, or they're eating limited calorific food for a duration of time. If they're diabetic or some other metabolic condition, that varies. Okay, in general, yes, we definitely put them on a fast. Once they're done with the fast, there are different kind of herbal drinks, a simple herbal drinks, some kind of oil drinks, which will be taken by the person in the night, and that will help and facilitate all kind of toxic materials which are accumulated around the intestinal wall. So you have intestinal wall, a lot of mucous membrane, a lot of pathogenic bacteria and toxic dead products, they get stuck on these walls. So in long term, if you're not cleansing them, they're going to irritate the intestinal wall and break the intestinal wall. That is nothing but leaky gut. So you can also do this process of detoxing even if you don't have any concerns, just to prevent and keep your health much better way. So with these oil drinks and other kind of herbal drinks, that will go inside and pull out all these toxic materials around the gut wall, and then that will flush out completely. The other
Wow.
thing is, I'm going to put them on a lot of antioxidants, because during this process, a lot of free radicals going to release. So if you give them enough antioxidants, what happens is this: they go inside and they calm down all these free radicals. So this is a procedure in simple way, because I know we cannot explain in detail, and I don't want anybody to practice by themselves, because as I said, it varies from person to person. You know,
Yes,
if you
of
have
course,
a
of course.
gallbladder stones or liver cirrhosis or some kidney conditions or some other metabolic conditions, even overweight, okay, all of these conditions you can do this thing. Even for migraines, it works amazingly for migraines. I have seen a lot of people just following 3 days of 2 days of detox, their migraine would disappear. So yeah, this is in brief. I could explain. If you want me to, if you want me to explain more or have any questions, you can ask me.
Yeah. So, audience, if you have any questions, please put it in the comment box. You can connect with me, and I'm going to tag Dr. Sneha anyway. She's tagged, so you can ask her also directly. So, thank you for explaining that. A request to audience that please don't try it at home on your own, because it's best done under proper consultation with the doctor. And coming back to the question, the second part of the question, how many times in a year can we do this gut cleansing?
Okay, for a normal person with no complicated metabolic conditions, can do a detox every once in 2-3 months. Okay, and usually I prescribe it according to the person. After my first detox, I can also I usually teach them to practice by self. Sometimes they would come back to me, but usually I just teach you and you could practice it. I would suggest once in 3 months or once in 6 months, but over toxic conditions can do every 2 months. And yeah, if your liver, if you have any liver issue, yes, definitely every 2 months or 3 months. If you don't have any liver, gut, or any metabolic conditions, overweight, you don't have any of that, okay, you're absolutely fine. Still, you could do it once in 6 months, as I said, to prevent uh, from facing any kind of conditions. It's just a general detox. You could just practice once in 6 months.
Right. So, doctor, it helps in hormones as well, hormone imbalance, because some people have hormone imbalance at a very young age. Some people have hormone imbalance at a later stage of life. So, does it help in hormonal imbalance as well?
Yes. Let me give you a brief, a few examples about it to understand. As I said, a lot of research is still going on to understand the physiology of it. When you look at people with estrogen conditions like PCOS conditions or any other kind of hormonal related conditions, gut bacteria has a huge impact on it. Okay, one example, one fact, it's a complete fact, there is no research to be done on it, it's a simple fact, that is almost 60 to 70% of serotonin is produced in your gut. Okay, for this production to happen from some of the nerve cells, it's called, and I don't need to explain more words, but in simple way, this 70% of the serotonin, what is serotonin is, it's a happy hormone, everybody knows about it, right? Yes. If you take a lot of antibiotics, anybody who takes antibiotics, after a couple of months or even weeks, you see them, they emotionally get disturbed. Why is that? Because of more antibiotics, your gut bacteria is unhealthy, because of which your gut neurons are not able to produce the serotonin enough level. So you start to feel low. You start to feel sad. Your energy levels go down. So this is one thing. The other thing is, The example I could give you is about estrogen. Okay, everybody who has PCOS conditions or regular periods, I can, in simple way, can say they also always have association with gut irritations, even thyroid. You know, even those who have thyroid, you can see they also have association with the gut issues. It could be anything, indigestion or bloating and other kind of things. Now, if you just correct your gut, your thyroid, and your estrogen, your PCOS can reverse. How is that? Is in terms of estrogen, 70% of estrogen, which is produced from your ovaries and other tissues in the body, gets eliminated through your gut. Okay. At the same time, if you have a healthy bacteria in your gut, 70% of this can, out of 100, 100 is produced by your body, your ovaries and other tissues. Out of that, 70% can reabsorb by your body through your intestine, just with the help of gut bacteria. If you don't again maintain good gut health, then you will end up facing such kind of hormonal conditions. Is it
Right.
clear?
Right, I see your point. It's very interesting, very interesting. Some of the things I'm hearing it first time, and some of the things I hear because I'm not a qualified medical doctor. But thanks for giving that detailed description in a very simple layman language, which who are not into medical field can understand. So that was brilliant, Dr. Sneha. That was very, very good and very, very useful information. It's so useful to know about your own health and little things which helps you keep healthy. Another term I've heard many times is, probiotics and biotics. So could you explain that a bit more?
Yes. So that's called prebiotics and probiotics. So what about these two things? And I'm sure a lot of people must have heard about prebiotics, even pills or drinks, probiotics pills and drinks, something like that. Now, um, many do ask me that what kind of probiotics should I take? Okay, but let me explain you the difference first of all. Prebiotics are all kind of your vegetables, many kind of your vegetables, garlic, ginger, and some other kind of food items. So your gut microbiota is dependent on the fiber content in your food. Okay, and some kind of foods like some kind of fermented foods or garlic, gingers, and your vegetables, if you take them enough every day, you no need to take any kind of probiotics. Your bacteria can have enough just with your proper intake of fruits and vegetables and some kind of herbs. But some cases, when you identify that you have unhealthy gut microbiome or less gut microbiota, in that cases you could go for um, probiotics. So what is probiotics is you're directly taking bacteria. Okay, it's all about the fermented foods, your pickles and other kind of things. Okay, so this will help you to balance the lacking bacteria or other organelles in your gut. But again, I usually don't suggest any kind of pills because our gut microbiome is just like our thumbprint. Okay, does anybody around the world has same thumbprint? No, right?
No.
The same way each one of us has different gut microbiome. So you and me can never tell this is the one which is lacking. Maybe in future that would come up. That's still doing actually that kind of research to know which microbiota is required to cure diabetes or obesity or something like that. It's still in the process, but it's not been there. Okay, and nobody can tell you what is exactly lacking and which kind of bacteria you should take. Okay, so the simple way is taking a homemade combination of microbiomes like your fermented foods or fermented drinks. That will help you. So having minimum amount of probiotics and prebiotics in your diet would help you a lot to keep a healthy gut.
Right.
Okay.
So to keep the gut healthy,
Hmm.
what are the factors that affect the gut?
Okay, so what are
I
the
mean, what are the
factors?
factors that affect gut health?
Health, yes, yes. So as I mentioned you first, what are the factors are reason for causing unhealthy gut? You need to correct all of them. For example, avoiding unnecessary drug intake or over intake of drugs should, it's better to avoid. Or if you take immediately, make sure that you take regimens which is required to replace that lost gut microbiome. Okay, suppose in emergencies, yes, you might be have to go to taking any kind of my antibiotics. And the second thing, as I just before I mentioned, have a balanced diet. Okay, a balanced diet, so that you will have enough prebiotics to keep your bacteria, uh, food available for your bacteria, because your bacteria depends on, as I said, all your fiber food. If you have enough fiber in your food, that should be enough for your bacteria to go healthy and happy. And also, you need to take enough water, enough vitamin C, minerals, and vitamin based food to nourish and to eliminate your toxic materials from your gut. And fasting once in a while is one of the other important thing to keep your gut healthy. And the very important thing is going for any kind of simple gut detox regimen once in a while. Even if you don't have, it's wonderful to go and have a detox done once in 6 months. So if you keep practicing all of this, will help you a lot to keep not only your gut but entire your body and your emotions in health.
Yes, of course, because it is all connected. If we are not
Yeah.
healthy, then of course we are going to be feeling sad. Our mind is going to be agitated. So, yes, it's all connected. I agree. And sometimes there are people who are unhappy, who are sad, who are frustrated, but they don't know that this underlying condition, they have popped the tablets in, whatever the doctor has prescribed, they are taking. But actually, it is just suppressing it. But the gut health will cleanse it and make you healthier. Am I correct? Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
So, coming back to this gut health, there are people, who are taking certain medications for many, many years continuously. So, when this, and they do need that medicines, otherwise they cannot function or
Yes,
whatever.
yes, yes.
I wouldn't go into exact medications or exact disease or that condition that they have. So, if like they are in continuously on a medication for many, many years, and when they do this gut cleansing, then do you think that effect of that medicine will get cleaned off or wiped off, and it will affect their health?
It's a good point actually. Those who are into constant under constant any kind of medications will definitely have side effects of it or toxicity of that those drugs. So I definitely suggest such kind of persons to undergo gut detox on regular basis, so that will definitely help them to eliminate some kind of toxicity. Okay, if you're not doing anything towards it, what happens is the toxicity grows up and up and up and up and it moves on. So if you do these talks in between, it will just stay here. Maybe it will go up and then you are controlling it. So you're keeping it in a balance, so that you can also prevent other kind of complications through this.
Yes, yes, yes. Very beautifully explained. So, audience, even if you're on any going through under long-term condition and you're on medication for a long time, like how Dr. Sneha explained very clearly, you can do that detox and rejuvenate yourself to so that to avoid more additional burden on the gut health. Is that the correct way of putting, doctor?
Yes, yes. I
Yes,
mean, maybe
yeah.
addition of
We
more
we we
toxins
term
in
it
the
in
body.
different ways. So trying to explain in a different way that putting that additional burden and getting rid of the toxins so that more and more toxins don't come. So even if you are on that medication, then it's good to know that you can still do it. And we talked about hormones, etc. But men can do it and women can do it as well. Am I right, doctor? What would you
Yes, yes, it's
suggest
for
for men? Anything
every.
specific you would suggest for men?
No, it's for everybody. It just the changes with your toxicity of the body, but not with any gender or anything. Yes, age again matters. Okay, the younger age, the beautiful your body is, the way we grow up, we put on a lot of toxins, a lot of emotions, and we make it vulnerable. So with the age, you need to give more attention and more awareness on yourself and on everything.
Right, of course. And what about immunity? In these times, everybody is concerned about immunity due to COVID. In UK, there is a lot of cases. So we have heard many times, keep your immunity strong. Even BBC has, broadcasted that how to keep the immunity strong with the turmeric drink, etc. Won't go into the details of the drink, but being our looking after ourselves, our own immunity, how does
Yeah.
gut help, gut health and gut detoxification help in immunity?
Yeah. So, to understand that part, first thing you should understand is how does gut helps. What is the relation between the gut health and immunity is really important. Okay, so why your immunity comes down is when you have more toxicity in the body. Right, our body is wonderful, Darshana. Okay, it's very wonderful. It tries its level best to keep us healthy and balanced. Okay, but when you cross a limit, then it gives up. It won't give up, but it loses its ability to do it, you know. So first thing why you get all this toxicity in the body is by the food that you take and the emotions that you have. Okay, all this food goes into your gut. Who breaks down it is your gut enzymes, microbiota. Okay, all your food is broken down over here. If it is not breaking down well, if it is not getting digested well, now undigested food particles start to get into your blood. Okay, and that is not healthy for your body. And the second thing is, along with your food, you end up taking a lot of toxic chemicals and pathogens, right? All of them are cleansed by whom? Your gut acids, and then down in your intestine, your gut microbiota. Again, if your gut and the acids are not doing a great job, again what happens, all these toxic chemicals and the pathogens gets into your blood, and again toxicity. Right now, what where you should work for your immunity is not taking a lot of lemon, not taking all the other things. First thing is correcting your gut. If you correct your gut, it is your first defense mechanism. So anything that toxicity comes there, it kills right over there itself. Only when that is not doing a great job, then that gets into your blood, and then your second stage of immune system has to come into place. So there is a direct link. There is even indirect link, that if I want to explain that, it's a huge scientific research paper I need to go with. But your immune system and your gut microbiota has a great impact. Let me brief out one of the research papers. That is, what they did was they took two groups of mice, like that is what they take for the research, right? So in one group, they made sure that they gave a wrong kind of food and other kind of things, made their gut unhealthy. The other group, they had a good microbiota, okay, good gut health. And who the group, and after that they fed the same kind of food, same kind of weather, everything was good except the gut microbiota, except the gut health. Okay, all the other things they made the same. And they could note the mice with the bad gut microbiota had experienced all kind of immune conditions, even autoimmune conditions. And the same thing, the other group had better and healthy you know healthy body. Not only gut, even the healthy body. They never seen any of that group of mice experiencing any kind of autoimmune condition, though they both were living in the same environment. So that clearly says there is a strong impact on your immune system, autoimmune conditions, and your gut health. Is it clear? If you want, maybe I can put down, I can give you one or two research papers to, get more knowledge about it. If anybody wants to, we can also share that.
Wow, that's good. So we can put all that in our Facebook comments. Before you go, you are people who want to consult you now. Everything is online thanks to the Wi-Fi and email system. How can people consult you? Are you doing online consultations?
Yes, I've been doing online consultations from the time of the COVID lockdown. As I'm going with the online consultation, I also do online workshops, and I also do online detox programs. And the best part now is the COVID thing is getting better and the lockdown is getting better. You can also visit, like I'm right now, start to work in Bangalore, out of Living Naturopathy Center. So we have there inpatient and outpatient, and you have all facility of different treatments, all kind of like manipulative therapies, and there are other kind of Mary Chikitsa, if you have heard of it, Mary Chikitsa, and different acupuncture, acupressure. So we are integrated all kind of natural healing modalities under one head. So you can also come as an inpatient or outpatient if anybody around want to, or else you can reach me or offer online consultations.
Right. So people from UK who are in India, they can probably come and see you all in Bangalore.
Yes, yes.
People from UK, I think we are not even allowed to travel. There's a huge lockdown restriction.
I
So
know.
tell me a bit more about this online course that you are. What is the structure? How many days is it? And roughly,
Yes.
what do you cover? So that if people
Yeah.
are interested, they can join your workshop.
Definitely. So this online workshop that I do, it's I do a very short one, which is 3 days. So over here, you get to learn more about yourself, how your body works, and how what happens when you go through this physiology. I mean, this program of detox. Second thing, I'll give you the whole structure for each person separately. What kind of diet they should take, what kind of everything that you have at home. You don't need to worry and buy anything outside, any pharma, everything that you have available at home. But I'll make you to I'll tell you how to make it at home, and then you can go with that protocol, and I'll make you do a fast or maybe half a day fast. It again varies from person to person. After that, I'm going to give a diet regimen for each person separately. Suppose a person, if I have in a group like two of a diabetic and one for the arthritis, so the regimen for the arthritis is going to be different, for the diabetic it's going to be different. So it's, and also I'm gonna combine over there some kind of meditation technique, some kind of acupressure. So it's going to be all of them together, a fasting regimen, a dietary protocol, and herbal supplement, herbal therapies that you can do by yourself, and some acupressure practices, and also some kind of relaxation and meditation program. So it just each day I'll go for 2 and 2.5 hours in the morning and the evening. I also make them go for some kind of detox therapies, which I won't be able to explain here, and some kind of kriyas like yogic kriyas. So it's a combination of all of that together. Yeah.
Right. So it's very good, viewers and audience, if you want to connect with Sneha, because she will give you personalized sort of guidance on what is good for you, depending on each one's immunity system, depending upon each one's health. So which is brilliant. And during this time, what is it's a good time that we are in lockdown and we have a little bit more time for ourselves. So it's a good time to detox. And Dr. Sneha, I mean, I have joined her program before, and she's brilliant. She will give you individual consultations, and she looks after you very well. So don't miss the opportunity to join these workshops that Dr. Sneha has talked about. We will put in the comments the next dates of the workshop, next steps, how to register, etc. And if there are any questions, please do put in the comment box. Dr. Sneha, any last words of advice?
Uh, I guess you're good, but I want everybody to learn about it and get aware about it. The first thing that people are not taking care of it because they're not aware about it. That's one of the reasons I give a lot of talks to tell about, to know yourself and to be aware about yourself. So that is the most important thing, to become good at your health. And yes.
Yes, of course. The
Thank you
awareness.
so
I
much.
have learned a few things which I haven't actually, heard it just
But
vaguely
before,
here and there. You are a part of so many WhatsApp groups, and people keep using all these words, and you think what it is. So thank you very much for coming on my show. It was lovely to have you. I've learned a lot, and I'm sure this is very helpful to many, many people. So thank you really very much for your time.
you're
It's
welcome,
pretty late in
Rashna.
India, so apologies if I've kept you waiting, and if it is late, sorry about that. And thank you one more time, Dr. Sneha. And hopefully we will connect soon. Thank you for being on my show.
You're welcome.
And audience, yes, we will meet again next week with a new guest. But please don't ignore your gut health. After all this information, if you don't act, then it is no use. This information is so precious. So make sure you keep sharing this video with your loved ones, and make sure we keep healthy, and we all stay safe. And that's it for today from me. And Reflections with Darshana will be back again next Sunday, 8 p.m. as usual. So stay connected, stay safe, and it's bye for now.